Alright, so I'm gonna make this video a little different than my normal videos. Usually my normal videos have been a little more edited. You get to see me on the main screen and all that. But this one's gonna be a little different because this is a guy that I genuinely think needs to be called out. But I haven't heard much about him. Now, there's a lot of clips that I'm really gonna get into. They're all pretty short clips, so we don't have to worry. But there's this guy named Tree Sellers. Now, I made a video about him from this. Here's the important part of the video. Just watch the old man real quick. He has a gun right there in his hand.
It better be water, partner, or you're one dead son of a bitch. You stay out of this.
Yeah, right there. It's pretty obvious he's holding a gun.
I don't want to do that. You almost died, you stupid son of a bitch.
Alright, so I bring up that video because a couple months ago, probably a month ago on my second channel, when I was first doing commentary, I found this video on Twitter, and it was this prankster putting gasoline on people's car. I decided to make an entire video out of it just because, to me, one of the issues right now is pranks have gone popular. And I like pranks. Balin Levine, Cano Joseph, for the most part. Gideon, Loaf, the Adrian Harding. There's a lot of great people that do pranks that are funny. But then there's others that have taken it too far. We heard about this one British guy. Don't remember his name, but he broke into people's houses. He stole a person's dog. He even pushed some Jewish guy on the street. And the issue is there needs to be this line between pranks and harassment. And that needs to be talked about a lot more than it should, because there's younger generations grow up on YouTube. Here's the thing, and I'm going to talk to every YouTuber, whether you're a YouTuber with 200 subscribers, 5 subscribers, 5 million subscribers. At the end of the day, you have an influence on the youth. You do, unfortunately. Unless you're like a political channel, like if you're like Ben Shapiro, probably, maybe no. But if you're someone who does, things like this, like pranks or even commentary, you have a pull for a younger audience, and you need to be aware of it. You become an influence to the youth. Now, the reason why I even say this is because these guys right here were influenced by the pranksters of before us. FuzzyTube, Vitaly, all these guys who used to do their fake pranks, and they'd go absurd, their social experiments. Joey Salads wearing a hijab in public and then dropping a suitcase, yelling Allah Akbar. This is what our generation of pranksters is coming from these other guys who did all this insane stuff. And the thing is, with TikTok now, pranks have become significantly far more popular, because now it's about getting this cool, funny clip and posting it everywhere, going viral, and then you make a career out of it. This guy did this stupid ass prank where he poured gas. And this is what I say about every prankster. When you do a prank, I'm fine with it. Go record in public. I got this big ass camera right here, okay? I want to start vlogging with it. Alright? But when you do it, you have to remind yourself that to you, it's a video. To you, it's your job. But to the person you're pranking, this is real life to them. Because in the real world, you don't know everyone's intentions. You don't know if somebody's going to do you harm or do you good. At the end of the day, you aren't aware, so you have to be very careful with the people that you're going to get involved with, or the people who run up to you, because you don't know their intention. Because unfortunately, in the reality that we live in, there's murderers, there's rapists, there's predators, there's all these kinds of horrible people, and you never know when you're going to run into one. Guarantee you that the people who went on dates with Jeffrey Dahmer didn't know that he was going to be a murderous, psychopathic, cannibalist, serial killer. Guarantee you none of them do. So in the real world, you always have to be cautious. It's why I always tell everyone, buy a weapon. Whether it's a gun, whether it's a knife, whether it's nunchucks, or I don't freaking know. Me, I carry a pocket knife everywhere. I make sure it's sharp, and I make sure to carry it everywhere. There's even been times where I have like my wallet, my keys, and everything, and I don't like having too much in my pocket because that's obviously more potential to get robbed. But then and then sometimes I'll like be like, okay, I shouldn't take the knife, but then I remind myself, I don't know who I'm gonna run into. Whether it's my simple walks, because I go on walks for like 2 hours, or I'm just going to work or whatever, I always make sure to carry that knife because I don't know who I'm gonna run into. And this guy, this old man, W on him. Because if I saw some dipshit pouring gasoline in my car, I'd shoot them right on the spot. If someone broke into my house, I'd shoot them in the spot. If somebody tried to do harm to anyone around me, I'd shoot them on the spot, and I wouldn't have any mercy. Because at the end of the day, I don't know you. You're clearly trying to get a reaction out of me. Here's that reaction. And the unfortunate thing is we've seen already with pranksters, some pranksters have actually died. There was this kid who died a couple years ago because he was pranking his friend or something. Even just a couple months ago, there was this guy named Classified Goons who did a prank with Gideon. And that guy got shot twice in the stomach, and his immediate fucking response was to be like, oh, I can't wait to record more videos. You just got shot in the stomach because you were probably harassing a guy. Both of you could have avoided this if you weren't so stupid. And I'm calling out Classified Goons because I've seen his pranks, and they're all basically just harassing people. And there needs to be that fine line. Fred Meyer, him too. It's just essentially you're just harassing people, you know? And it's like there needs to be that fine line. Because at the end of the day, to that other person, they don't know you. How are they going to trust you? And this is what I was talking about with the gasoline prank. Now let's get into, I think I have like 3 clips of him. By the way, shout out to Vortex. He's the one who sent me this clip. I didn't know who this guy was. His name is Tree Sellers or something like that. Also shout out to the Tree Sellers Archive channel for making me aware of this guy. Or at least more. So here's this video called Tree Sellers Creeps on a Man and Threatens Women in Public.
Yes, we're at Boot Barn. Yes. Hey, cowboy. You want to come to my ranch? I got a long black saddle you can ride on. How's that?
This kind of feels like it's his friend, so I'm not going to take too much from it. Like, it looks like the guy was already smiling and already knew him, so this one I'm fine with, because I like to joke around with my friends and stuff like that, so. If it's a stranger, obviously, that would be another horrible thing.
Oh, a rat! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Destruction of property. People were planning on buying that. Now you just ruined the business, especially because this looks like this looks like a local place. You just ruined this person's, like, you know, profits. You just ruined someone's livelihood. Someone was probably going to use this to sell so that they can provide for their family, but instead you decided to step on it in front of customers on camera.
Hey, how you doing?
And I doubt they got recompensated, because knowing this guy, seeing that he was willing to pretend to pour gas on someone, to me, this is not the brightest. So I don't know.
What you reading there? The Bible? You're gonna wish you're gonna read the Bible because I'm about to kill you. You're gonna die right now. I'm gonna push you off this fucking ledge.
This one I want to talk about specifically, and there's something similar to this later on. There's actually an even worse prank that I'm going to show you later on in the video, so stay tuned. But this guy, here's the issue with this. This is not a prank to this girl. You see a guy recording you, telling you that they're going to kill you, a stranger. How the hell do you think someone's going to react? I'm sorry, if someone said that to me, I'm pulling out a gun. I'm pulling out a knife. I don't care, because I don't know this person. And that was the first thing you tell me. You know, we know about first impressions. When you say something and it's the first time you meet someone, that is going to be their impression for the rest of your life. And I'm sorry, but why is there no more commentary channels talking about this guy? I don't hear anything about this guy. This is disgusting, bro. Like, this isn't even funny. I'm fine if this is your friend. Like, don't get me wrong, I make jokes with my friends. Sometimes I'll say stupid things with my friends. But this is a complete stranger. Like, what the hell are you doing? What do you think she's taking from this? Right?
This kind of
This is the guy, by the way.
epic love story. Riding a bike in the rain with a broken arm is never a good idea. Die during hot cocoa.
Sir, you're reading too loudly for the...
What the hell are... I don't mean to be that guy, but if this happened in my high school, I guarantee you all the kids would have probably thought he was autistic. No disrespect to autistic people, but this is what people would have genuinely thought. But this prank is the least harmless, but even this is just annoying. Imagine going to a library, you're just there to read a book, you're just there to read. It's like, just don't cause a disturbance. make pranks, make funny jokes, tap someone on the shoulder, make a video on that. But why do you gotta harass people, bro? Why do you gotta be... Alright, so then there's this next clip. Tree seller threatens cat and refuses to give it up for adoption.
They all have the regular ears. Maybe I don't want to give it to you.
Okay, then you can leave.
Well, you have an attitude.
I'm gonna take the kitten from you.
No.
I'm gonna call Pete.
Over a cat?
You call dispatch?
Now you're really not getting the cat.
Okay.
If you call the cops, you're not getting the cat for sure.
I work with them.
Yeah, but I don't have to surrender an animal to you. It's an option.
You don't. You're absolutely.
Yeah, I found the cat and you're having an attitude.
What is your plan with the kitten?
I'm gonna put him in a blender.
Okay. I'm glad you're recording that.
Right. I don't know. She looks kind of tight. Might go for it later. Lube it up, slip it in. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. Here. Now you're really not getting the cat.
You see, this is the kind of joke you say with your friends. This isn't the kind of joke you go to a stranger and say. Because at the end of the day, somebody does, especially when you're holding a cat like that. By the way, I don't care about animals. I'm being completely honest. One of my hottest takes has been, I don't care about animals. We're willing to murder cows and eat them for lunch. I don't really care about any other animals. I'm being completely honest when I say that. But you're harassing an employee here. You're harassing somebody who doesn't know your intentions. Because at the end of the day, this is somebody's livelihood you're messing with. You know, she's supposed to do this. If she sees a guy clearly saying these things, these inappropriate things about an animal at her job, where she's not supposed to allow someone to do that, then how do you think she's going to react? Anyways, let's go to the arguably the worst one of all of this. This one, I genuinely felt it personal. Like the other were stupid and frustrating, but this one I took almost very personal. But let's watch it.
Yo, excuse me, guys. I'm trying to get something to eat. Do you think it might be spare change by any chance? If you could, it'd be a blessing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's your name?
My name is
Fanya. I'm Trey. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me that food. I want to give you this rock. Now, if you didn't give me any money to get food, I would have bashed both your skulls in with that rock. But I want to say, life's about choices. And you made a valuable choice and the correct choice. You decided to spare money for that meal, and I decided to spare your lives.
What are you talking about, bro? Spare
You
my life
guys
to
are
what?
super sweet.
Are you fucking serious? Bro, get your shit in balance.
You guys are really sweet, you know?
Don't fucking talk
I
to me like
appreciate that.
How dare you, bro?
Thank you.
You
But you're
did
lucky.
a fucking kind gesture to buy you
Yeah.
something, and that's what you...
All right. This one, I really don't understand. This one was the video that really got me to make this video. I would have been fine if the prank ended here, where he just said, here's this rock as a thank you. There, boom, 30 seconds, boom, fits TikTok. My issue is these people, regardless of whether it's a prank or not, they gave you a food meal. Now, growing up, I've always been very appreciative because I didn't really grow up like going to all these restaurants or whatever. So anytime somebody gets me like stuff, whether it's even if it's like a burger and it has like ketchup in it, even though I don't like ketchup on burgers, I even then I'm still thankful because you're willing to spend your money that you could have spent on your wife, your kids, and you're willing to spend it on me, even if it's $5, $2, whatever. I'd be very appreciative. And instead you gave these people a death threat. This is a death threat. This isn't a joke. Because again, these people don't know you. All they know is that you were starving, you didn't have money. That's all they know. And you gave them a death threat. This isn't a joke. This is a death threat. You did threaten somebody's life. And what makes it even worse is you threaten somebody's wife right in front of him. I have a couple of moral codes for me. One of them is you don't threaten somebody else's family. You don't threaten someone in general. You don't threaten somebody's family, especially their wife, especially their kids too. But obviously that's what it means by family. But you threaten somebody's wife right in front of them and recorded them after she gave you a free meal. The hell is wrong with you, man? Look, here's what's going to happen. One day because this guy, you're lucky that this guy probably didn't have a weapon with him. You were lucky with the other guy who spared your life. I don't know how somebody with an intelligent mind, or not even intelligent, but with a simple mind, can't look at these two scenarios and think, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I should change. You threaten a couple. You threaten an old man. You threaten a cat in front of an employee. You do all these things. How Here's what's gonna happen. One, if you keep doing this, you keep pushing the buttons, because what you're doing is seeking for a reaction. That's what every prankster does. What's gonna eventually happen is you're gonna upset the wrong person, and they're going to do something to you, and no one's gonna feel sympathetic. No one, because you had it coming. You had that coming. That's what she said. But you had it coming. If somebody shoots you blank in the head, that is your fault. That is wrong. That is something wrong with you. And if you can't see that, then that's your issue. And you make the rest of the pranksters who've made a good community, the mic'd up people, the Gideons, the Adrians, the Balins, the Loves, all these great guys who make great content, you're making them all look bad. And you threaten this couple. Also, I saw this thumbnail. I don't feel like going on Rumble, but he made a video about this. This is the thumbnail. Very weird. Very weird. I don't know. This. Here's another thing I'm also going to talk about. I don't know where he uploads this, but if he uploads this on Rumble, Rumble needs to answer some questions. Same thing with TikTok. Ban this guy. I don't usually believe in banning someone's account, but when you're doing things like this and you're showing this to the youth, like I said earlier, you become an influence to the younger generations. When I was younger, when I was 11 years old, back in 2013, I was inspired by Smosh. I created my first channel, did a lot of dumb videos, then eventually deleted it, tried again. But that was my first basic opening to YouTube. You know, then 2016 came around, Filthy Frank came around, and I want to make another channel. Tried to crack the code, didn't. Then I went on and tried again, failed, boom, and now I'm here. I've had this channel for 3 years now. For 3 years, I feel like I've built a great community, and I feel like I have a pretty good reputation here. I don't make a lot of money, especially recently because of my videos getting the yellow flag, but still, the fact that I've even made a penny from YouTube, you know, it's crazy because I never imagined that would happen. I don't know. This one I take personal. Because you threatened somebody who gave you something. They didn't have to. They could have been like, go starve. Go die. Starve. I don't care. And you come up to them and tell them that you were going to murder them. This is a death threat. This isn't a prank. You went up to somebody and you said that you were going to kill them. This isn't a prank. And I guarantee you that one day you're going to do this again. And it might be some other guy. They're going to whip out a gun and shoot you. Because you don't threaten somebody's wife. And you don't threaten them in front of you, especially after having given you something that they didn't need to give you. They could have easily rejected you. Because regardless, you've got a free meal. I completely doubt you're not just eating it. But this is so dumb. This is so dumb. And if it's fake, then admit it's fake. Because at least then we can move on. Because at least Fuzi to Vitali, while I don't like a lot of those pranksters from back in the day, at least eventually it came out that they're fake and no one took them serious anymore. At least that's what happened. But with this guy, this is clearly real. This clearly looks like he actually did this. And it's even worse than what the old pranksters did. Because at least then we knew it was fake. Now, you're actually threatening somebody's family in front of them. And I'm sorry, but if this was me, I'd fucking stab you. I do bad things to you. I do things that would probably get me arrested. Because I'm sorry, because this isn't acceptable. And we can't make this acceptable. It's not a prank. You threaten somebody's family in front of them, and you threaten them after they gave you something. Like, the hell is wrong with you? The hell is wrong with you, bro? If you had cancer right now, I'd be celebrating. If you had anything, like any kind of disease, AIDS, HIV, whatever, you know, ligma or bofa, I'd be celebrating because you genuinely don't deserve to live. You genuinely don't. When you're doing stuff like this, you provide nothing to society. And I don't either. You can argue that. You can watch my channel and say, oh, I don't provide anything. But at least at the end of the day, I'm not going out there harassing people and threatening their lives. And even if this makes you money, at the end of the day, do you really want to live this reputation? Imagine 10 years from now. Imagine 10 years from now. You're in your 30s. This guy looks young. He looks like he's in his early 20s. Imagine you're in your mid-30s. You have a family. You have kids. and your kids ask you, Dad, what do you do for a living? And you tell them you do this. How are you going to answer that? How are you going to let them know that this is what you did to provide for them? I'd be embarrassed. If I knew my parent did something like this, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be like, damn, I hope this guy disowns me because I don't want to be associated with this guy. Like, seriously, bro. Like, the hell is wrong with you? This guy should have grabbed this man right here. This guy that stood up to you. Should have grabbed the rock and started bashing you and saying, hey, you said you were going to do it, so I might as well do it to you. And I know people are going to come around and say, oh, Isaac, you're going too far. This guy threatened a man in front of, or threatened a wife in front of this man. You know, it's annoying that this is what's acceptable on the internet. That we're accepting this kind of behavior. Why? This isn't acceptable. This shouldn't be normalized. And ultimately, I'm actually more disappointed that this took me a while to even know about. To know who this guy, and there's probably more videos. Tree Sellers Archive. There's a lot. God damn. There's so many. Oh, I think there's more shorts. Yeah, there's a lot. Like, I don't know. This really this wait, hold up. Oh, let's watch this one.
How you doing? How are you guys doing today? Tell me right now what's stopping me from whipping out my penis and ejaculating on all of your foreheads. What's stopping me right
this has to be a crime. What the hell?
Not a damn thing. I'm an unstoppable force. You cannot reckon with me.
Wait, this is a
I shall
crime.
spare you today, though. Goodbye, peasants.
This is a crime. Isn't this like some type of sexual harassment? The other should also be a crime. What the hell? That's like a death threat. Imagine you're a father and you have a daughter who's like 18, 19, and some guy comes up to you and says this. What do you think that dad's going to do? You know what a responsible dad would do? He'd choke slam you and grab you and make sure that you never breathe you never breathe air ever in your life. The hell is this? This has to be some form of sexual harassment. What the hell? How is this funny? Oh my God, I'm going to go to a group of women and tell them, complete stranger women, and I'm going to tell them that I'm going to whip out my cock in front of them. What the hell? The hell's wrong with you? Did you get dropped when you were a baby? The hell is wrong with you, man? Like, the actual hell is wrong with you. Go seek Jesus, because clearly... But here's what's going to happen. And I guarantee you this is what's going to happen for his internet reputation. What's going to happen is eventually some big commentary channel is going to make a video on you. Maybe a Papa Gut. I would believe he would. He's the GOAT, by the way. Maybe a H3. Don't really like him, but he's popular enough. Maybe... I can't think of any other popular commentary channels. But one day they're going to make a video on you. Everyone's going to change their mind on your reputation. They're going to look at you and think, the hell is wrong with this guy? And then your entire TikTok, everything, you'll get banned everywhere. At most, you'll probably go on Rumble. I doubt there's even any money to make on Rumble unless you're like a big person who was offered to go there. Like, if you're like an Andrew Tate or a Gideon, you probably will be making money there. But if you're some newbie who just made an account, you're not going to get much of a living. And then this digital footprint will find you wherever you go. Imagine 5 years from now, you're trying to get a job. Your employer looks up your reputation, and this is what they find? This isn't a joke, man. At least make it funny. What's funny about going to strangers and threatening them? This has to be some type of crime. I don't know, man. But this is horrible, man. This is actually stupid. Like the British people say. It's pretty stupid, ain't it? But no, the hell. I mean, I don't know what to say. But look, that's all I got to say, man. Look, just be on the lookout, bro. Because eventually you're going to screw up with the wrong person. And you might not like their response. But anyways, you guys let me know in the comments what you think about this. I don't know, but anyways, I'll see y'all on the next one. Ciao.
Yeah, we broke and we know it, we don't act like all these other rappers acting like they got racks. Borrow cars, but we whipping in my mom's truck. 99 full, but act like it's a double R. Yeah, we broke and we know it, we don't act like all these other rappers acting like they got racks. Borrow cars, but we whipping in my mom's truck. 99 full, but act like it's a